Director of Fertile Grounds.
Hello, my name is I'm the producer of Fertile Grounds and the executive director of Civic Ensemble. Thank you all so much for joining us today for the final performance of the world premiere of Fertile Grounds by Katie Ka Vang. I want to extend a big thank you to our production sponsor, the Cayuga Medical Center's Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, for all of their support on this production and their partnership to make it happen. I also want to thank the MAP Fund, the New York State Council for the Arts, and Tompkins County Tourism Program, and all of the individuals and organizations who have put their effort, their support into making this production possible. Thank you to everyone. And thank you to CSMA for having us here for the show.
So without any further ado, please enjoy Fertile Grounds.
Esme. In case you didn't know, in case you haven't thought about it tonight, or in case you're waiting for somebody to say it, you are on native land. I myself am indigenous, but not to here. Like many, I am a visitor. We are gathered on the traditional homelands of the Gayakono, the Cayuga Nation, the people of the Pipe, members of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy whose relationship with these lands, these waters, and each other predate the city of Ithaca, the state of New York, and the entire United States of America. My name is Esme. I live on this land we're all on. We tend to it,
and it tends to us. We teach others to tend, and it tends to us.
Seeing people connect to the land
gives us much hope.
Seeing people be on the land, seeing them transform into other worlds working on the land,
gives us hope, being joyful together.
Witnessing people live in their joy, witnessing people live in their happiness, making meaning together,
gives us joy.
The program comes from a very sacred ancient tradition called living off the land, but it's not just that.
We are facilitators for people to build relationships with the land, connect them to the magic that's right in front of them. The magic that appears to be we, the magic that's in their yard, the magic that is already in their reach.
Help them to see it and activate curiosity. Help them.
To help themselves.
To help the land.
I had a dream.
I had a dream.
whispered something to it, and it flew above and all around.
I had a dream that my heart fell out. It fell out and it danced. Holy shit! Did it dance? It danced and it shook and it shook and it danced until I danced the living daylights out of the earth. I had a dream. My heart fell out, down my back, straightening my spine, giving me back my strength, my hands, my arms.
I had a dream my heart fell out. So I climbed down the back of my thighs, hit my heels, climbed back up, landed on my neck, and knew.
I had a dream my arms stretched fully out, embraced me, and one arm swung out to stop the white noise that had been playing for far too long.
I had a dream.
This was John's log. No one's worked on it for a while, so we don't need a lot of work. If it's too much, you don't have to. It's fine. You sure? Yeah? Whose log is that? Aleena's. She's been planting radishes. They look great, huh? She's gotten really good. Okay, folks start to make dinner in the kitchen around 4. But it's your first week, so you don't have to worry about that. I can do it. It's not necessary. I prefer to. Can I get Billie to help you with your stuff? Audia? It's Della. Should we get some tea? Audia? Some tea? Mm-hmm. How about I go get you some tea? You can stay here. I'll bring it out here for you. Audia? Yes. Tea will be fine. He's dead. I know. We weren't close. Not in my adult life, but he's still my dad, you know? And I still have such good memories of us playing on repeat over and over again in my heart. And I get flooded with all these memories. And then of how I couldn't be with him. And it floods until it starts to come out of my eyes, and it comes out when I'm making breakfast and when I'm at work and when I'm pumping gas and putting my credit card into the payment machine and even a Green Star, and I can't think. And then I think I need to go and buy all this food and all these veggies and everything that Green Star offers, and then the cashier says thank you. Thank you. That's it. And I start crying. Something in his voice, something in his damn voice, and it's very mortal, very alive, not dead voice, and sounded just like my dad. And I don't even understand, because he's just a little white boy, probably in his early 20s, coming at me with his speak from the diaphragm, annoying customer service voice. That's just full of arrogant confidence, even though he's trying to be pleasant. But my dad, his voice was deep and not loud at all, and I still sounded like him. Oh. He loved radishes. I remember he'd go to the garden and he'd dig one up, and he'd rub it on his shirt, and then blow on it a few times as if that made it clean. And then he'd take a bite and pop the rest in his mouth. And he'd eat it in 2 measly bites. And I'd just look at him funny because it was gross. And I'd tell him it was dirty. And he'd say there's nothing wrong with a little earth inside you. And then he'd go in for another one, and another in his mouth, and he'd be chewing it like it was the best thing ever. It'd make this big crunchy sound, and the saliva would get everywhere, it'd be coming out of his mouth. And he'd try to hand one to me to say delicious, as if I was the one that was missing out. I've never even liked radishes. They're peppery and pungent and crunchy and dry all at the same time. It's like a cheap version of a chili pepper but crunchier. It's almost like a crunchy wasabi or maybe like a cucumber. But it's not very hydrating. It's like my mouth is on fire. It's like burning all the layers in the inside of my mouth and the interior of my cheeks. And supposedly it's very cooling. But it doesn't feel very cooling. It almost feels like things are kind of like moving around and flowing things along. And for a second, just 1 second, the earth is moving. Oh, yeah.
Hope she doesn't get too comfortable.
She's pretty.
Stay with Luann, but out of their way.
Well, you can go from so around.
She has plenty of things to do.
Why are you leaving so early?
I'm picking up 2 extra classes at the studio and a shadow work client.
Who's on leave?
I am.
Oh, I can do dinner duty, Mom.
Thanks, honey. Stay out of their way. You hear me?
I'm Audia. It's me, Audia. And I come in peace. I lost my father. He used to mean the world to me. But I left home to chase my dreams, to see the world, to expand my world, and now he's gone. Forever. I remember the last time we spent together. We were back in his home island of St. Thomas, and I was meeting all of my cousins for the very first time. And all their neighbors came over, and I'd never met any of them before either. But they brought so much food that we all shared, and I remember thinking that this is family. And there were these big, beautiful mangoes. And I'd pick one up and I'd take a huge bite, and the juice would just roll right out my mouth, down my neck, down my arms. And each time I sunk my teeth in for another bite, I'd get this overwhelming feeling that this is my home. And they were so sweet and so juicy that it got me thinking about how I might be able to take some back home to the States with me, how I might sneak some in, and of course I couldn't. So I bought some when I got back. And I tried to eat the same way as I did when I was with all my cousins, but it just didn't taste the same. You know, I think it's the care that goes into the growing of these fruits, because it wasn't just the mangoes that were good. It was everything. The papayas, the potatoes, the tomatoes, the plantains, the greens. Maybe it was the combination of knowing that my family grew them that made them so great, and having my dad there that made it so special. So I decided to grow my own when I got back to my tiny little apartment in LA. And it took 2 full attempts before I even saw a sprout, but when I did, I was so freaking happy. And I just wanted to share and try to replicate that same feeling of joy and connection. But no one understood, and it just wasn't the same. And I don't know how I got so busy with life. Okay, that's a lie, I do know. I was busy surviving until I was thriving, and then I needed to maintain my lifestyle, so I kept at it. And then COVID happened, and I didn't realize I had developed such an unhealthy relationship to my work, and I didn't know that I needed something else. Anything else.
Oh, sorry. 1 second. Okay. Hi. I'm Aleena.
Hi, Audia.
did Lou tell you about dinner?
Yeah.
It's our community meal together.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, how are my radishes?
They were fine. Thank you for letting me have some.
I didn't really have a choice, did I?
No, you didn't.
I was joking. Sorry, I was making a joke. You can take anything that you need.
Thanks.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go hit the shower now.
Okay.
Oh, kale!
Excuse me?
Kale! You should plant that first. It helps with all of the crying and all of the sadness. Of the woman of the river. Passers-by would ask her why she wouldn't get out of the water because it was cold. And she said, the water, it was her home. So she wouldn't get out. The water may have been cold to them, but to her, well, it was just the way that things were.
She loved the water, and she did everything in the water.
Well, one day, somebody came by and asked her if she would get out of the water just for a minute to see a goat that could fly. She said, no thank you, there is no such thing. And that person went off on their own. But another day, this beautiful sunflower asked her if she would carry it to the other side of the hill. And she agreed. So she picked up this sunflower and carried it across the fields and up the hill to a new home. She placed the sunflower down, and the sunflower thanked her, but said that she could also thank the sunflower now. And the woman said, well, for what? And the sunflower said, it was because she was now watering the rest of the earth.
Her love now flowed everywhere, and she could be everywhere.
money to provide for our family.
Were they land stewards?
Migrant farm workers. I had to do it too, and I hated it. My parents and I were so happy when I started college and left the farm. But I loved working with food, so I started a restaurant. That's where I met John. He delivered his produce to the restaurant every week and kept inviting me to visit the farm for years. And when I finally showed up, spent a few days here, and that was it. I knew I wanted to be here. To learn more about the land, to take care of it. And then one day, it started to take care of me.
I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
When I told my mother I was moving on the farm, she scolded me even at age 47. Asked me why I worked so hard to go to school, only to go back to the farm. She didn't understand. I told her it was important to me that I know where my food comes from. Had to amp up the business side of it for her. But I was a little bit capitalist. Yes, but she was just scared. She's from a different generation. My family coming to America for a better life, working hard to get their daughter ahead. We basically did all the jobs that most Americans didn't want to do, and going town to town to pick produce was one of them.
You traveled?
Not that kind of traveling. Whichever town we were in, we'd get up early in the morning before the sun came up. When the moon was still up, get ready and wait at the corner for school buses to pick us up. We'd fill those school buses, sometimes pick strawberries all day for $3 a crate, all day in the scorching sun, or rain cats and dogs.
How old were you?
About your age. We were Americans and didn't want to be doing that kind of work. I remember the sun used to paint us until we were golden brown, and I loved it.
Wow, that's really pretty.
My mom didn't like it, but everything's changed now. Now, being dark is pretty. Back then, being dark was frowned upon. Everyone wanted to be light-skinned.
Just like a ghost, all pale.
Yes. First, I thought it was an Asian thing, but then it got worse once I got to America.
I guess it's true. Being lighter skinned gives you privileges you're not even aware of. And I'm told that you can just move through the world more easily. At least that's what my mother tells me. And she tells me to be mindful of it.
Are you?
Well, I try to be, because I know that colorism is a thing. But I think that if we acknowledge that, it should also come with action. I feel like we should be doing something about it. And I don't think you can even learn that in schools anymore, only on a farm. Being surrounded by amazing people and being with and on the land with amazing people.
You are a smart kid, Aleena.
Well, it's the least I should know, because I got great teachers here on the farm.
Oh, I do too. And John was one of them. The way he cared for the land made me think the land was a family member, a child. Put all his eggs in the basket.
John taught me to reach for the moon.
He told me if I could learn how to grow my own food, I could take care of myself and those I love. And he was right.
You want to know what else that John taught me? He taught me to create my own sunshine when the sun doesn't come out.
Oh, how do you do that?
By going like this.
Wow!
I created that myself.
A ritual?
It's not a ritual. It's something I do when I'm sad to lift myself up.
Sounds like a ritual to me.
Really?
Why not?
Well, when my friend is sick, her family does like a ritual for her to call upon her ancestors. And they make an offering.
We don't think about our ancestors a lot. Certainly not Americans.
You mean white people? I guess I wouldn't either if they
know what? I'll start making my own sunshine too.
Yes! It changed my life. Oh. Bye.
Bye. I was pouring. I was pouring all of me. And overflow the gutters clean. And past the rocks into the ground. Hudson went to the front door, and when he saw my pool, he just opened it, welcoming me. I rolled through onto the wood floors, filling the cracks and sweeping up dust. The chipped pieces almost never saw, came in farther into the place, forming echoes that reached beyond. Where I breathe, where I sleep, where I made promises to myself, where my hand covered my heart, and the other reaching for a band-aid. It was pouring. It was pouring and raining. And I sat inside, full of my sunlight, breathed in clover, and exhaled all the fumes that were poured into me. It was pouring hard today. Closed my eyes, heart beating.
I chose this land.
It chose you.
We chose each other then.
Yes, since the beginning.
How old are you anyway?
The age she chose to be?
And you chose to be this age.
It was the oldest I've lived. Otherwise, I would have chosen age 40, when white hair starts showing. Wisdom.
And I chose this age.
Precisely.
Focus.
We are the ancestors. Weeds are everywhere.
Transient thingies.
Looks like weeds to me. Ow. Useless.
Useless or useful?
Useless.
Everything living has a purpose, even if it's short-lived.
Living. I don't hear it breathing. It's a weed.
It breathes, not the way you think, but us. as long as they want to keep us alive.
This is confusing.
As long as they remember us.
We're only gone if they value flesh and seeing with their eyes. There are other ways of seeing, other ways of knowing.
Listen, I've never really been a deep kind of guy, but I never thought this is what it feel like to be an ancestor.
There's lots to learn.
Infinite.
I thought it'd be epic! Don't get me wrong, it feels good.
Learn to make it about them.
We learn to love them, even if they don't believe we're here, so they can make it better.
Which is why we have to see the ways they believe, the prayer, the way they notice air on their skin, the release of an exhale.
Or it.
Oh.
Nothing comes easy, especially transforming.
Metamorphosis.
The book?
Connecting to us, speaking to us.
What are we talking about now?
Becoming
Becoming what?
keepers of this land.
To some, we're ancestors.
To some we are angels. To some,
Universe?
To some, the frequency.
Destiny?
Destiny.
to some,
I'm lost.
To some, nature.
She saved the flowers for John's funeral. I can get a vase. Can we talk?
Sure. These are dead.
Yeah, I guess they are. Sorry. She's a different kind of kid, Aleena. You know how teenagers are. Here, let me take them back.
No, leave them.
What? Why?
I said leave them. They're dead like my father, so they don't need water. Low maintenance.
Jeez.
What can I do for you, Billie?
Well, we were hoping that you were enjoying your stay here so far, and we were wondering what your plans are for John's share of the land. You see, it's no big deal, really. There's no rush, but there is some kind of rush, kind of because we gotta get things rolling with planting season, okay? And John used to do that, and now it's all been thrust upon me, but it's no big deal, and it's just that it would be helpful to know if you have any small idea, small inkling of what you might want to do. It would really be helpful.
You know, that's the thing with flowers. They lose their scent when they die. Their ability to fill a room with their beautiful aromas is gone after just a few days. Once beautiful, now dead. If you're dead, you're tossed out, buried in the ground, turned into mulch. But if you're dried, you just transformed into a new version of yourself with a different function. Still beautiful to some?
Audia, not everything needs to have a purpose all the time. Let me get you a vase.
Sure.
I fix things. I fix it all. Light fixtures, ceilings, walls, water leaks, pipes, plumbing. I get to build things too. Anything really. A shelf, a table, legs of a chair, or a planter's box. I fix things, although I'm not the one who wrote them. Do I like it? I don't know if I like it, but I'm the most equipped, and I know how to do it. So I do it. It's gotten easy. Figuring out how things are broken and fixing them just enough so that they light up, water the grass, they're nailed down, welded. And when I'm done, people thank me. They tell me I'm such a lifesaver. What would they do without me?
There she was, up high, shining for all to see, all her rays and came bouncing back and forth like a stream of light. There she was, up high, floating around on cloud 9, blinding all who refused to see the truth, the power, the lesser. Seeing meant becoming the light, where I had been waiting to grow into my name. There she was, up high, but in the earth, rooted, where veins pump blood of ancestors, where deep tarantula roots are firm, resilient, refusing to be uprooted. There she is.
These were John's chickens.
They were?
Yeah, well, technically they're ours, but really John was the one who took care of them. We just have a little of them. The chicken whisperer.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, when I tried to feed them, or anyone else really, they get scared and they run away. But when John would feed them, they would just flock to him.
I'm good, I'll stay right here.
I wish they'd come out. Do you see they all keep their distance? So I just have to take it and throw it on the ground like that. Otherwise they won't come and eat.
You just throw it on the ground.
Yes. If I don't, they just run away and starve. John was the only one who could feed them. This is all we can do now.
Do they bite?
They peck. Did you notice they don't know Billie at all?
Why?
Henrietta will just like attack Billie if she comes in here and literally but she's not allowed. Did you know that chickens can get depression? Like Henry, right over there. He hasn't eaten anything in a while now. Do you think it's because he misses John too? Or maybe he's just on strike until John gets back or something. But the poor thing has lost so much weight.
Doesn't look like it.
His body was like big and brawn a few months ago. Now just look at him, he's like a lean swan. The vet says there's nothing wrong, which is good. Except for maybe a broken heart from missing John.
That's kind of ridiculous. A chicken.
John was the one who raised him. I remember when my mom and I first joined the co-op, Henry was just a junior. And I remember John would hold him in his arms like this and feed him milk out of the palms of his hands. And it was one of the times I got to pet Henry. But those days are over now. You know, John was just cued into the most ridiculous things it seems, until they weren't so ridiculous anymore.
So that one's Henry, right?
Yeah, that's Henry. Watch this. Here, Henry. Here, boy. Now here.
Whoa, hey! Stay back! Don't come any closer!
know. We thought John was the only one. Maybe you're also a chicken whisperer.
You really think so?
Well, it's the only explanation. So whatever magic that he had, it probably just passed on to you or something.
Okay. Fine.
He's very picky. Yeah, pet his head.
You're a natural.
I am? I think so. You're just like John the chicken whisperer.
I am? Okay. Okay.
I remember his kindness.
You what?
John. I remember his kindness, and also he had a really growly laugh and go, and I remember how he was always helping people. You know, he'd tell me that sometimes it's easier to help others instead of yourself. And that maybe you can find a way to help yourself through helping others. I know you miss him. And I miss him too. He was like a grandpa to me. Sometimes I talk to him.
You what?
I talk to him. Oh, I don't see him as someone like a ghost or anything. But when I miss him, when I'm sad, I can picture him smiling at me. And then I talk to him. Sometimes I just ask him for advice or help or something.
Does he answer you?
No, not like that. Sometimes I just tell him what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. You should try it.
Here, Henry. Here. I have more corn. You need to eat. Here, buddy. Come here. Everything is fine here. More corn is on the way. You're gonna be all right. My dad invited me to be a part of this life. And I refused. Too much of a city girl, I told him. Not for me, I told him. But he said,
Well, maybe not now, but one day you'll want another life. A life where you can look around and have everything you need. You look at a tree and see choreography. Walk in the rain and feel every single drop that touches you. See the ridges and wrinkles on a carrot and be curious about the ground it came out of.
See the kernels on a corn and think of the time it took to fully form. Remember the size of it before it was grown and realize that one corn is a community of kernels, growing side by side, day by day, to feed itself and populations of life. And learn that nothing grows overnight, or in those first few years.
And I hope that you'll get acquainted with land. Get to know it, and let it get to know you. Build relationships to and on the land. Get to know it, and to not know anything at all.
Spending time doing nothing with it. Knowing how the dirt smudges against the skin depending on the temperature. Knowing how much water is too much or not enough. Knowing when it needs a little more fertilizer to grow. knowing where to go, knowing when to move on to another spot.
This is what I wish for you.
And I was always so resistant and caught up in what I wanted for me that I think I might have missed out on a really good suggestion. Henry, wait, come back. I need you to eat. You need to stay alive. I need you to grow. Come back. You need to grow. Some more.
Poor thing.
Being on new ground is hard.
I'm gonna give her a hug.
That won't make a difference.
They can't feel us.
Only if they're tuned in.
How is she supposed to know to tune in? Was she told?
Some never need to be told. They just do.
That's not fair. We're here to help you. Tune in. Can you hear me? Tune in.
They must choose you.
How do they know to choose us? How can they? Is there a special song or dance?
Sometimes, but it's not needed.
Can you hear me? I'm right here. We can help you. I don't think she's okay. She doesn't know. I don't know how.
Some just do, and some do, but ignore it.
Well, she's not ignoring. I think she doesn't know, which makes two of us.
Being an ancestor isn't always easy.
In the beginning, you're still thinking too much like them.
Well, how else am I supposed to think? And what's the matter with that? Wouldn't my human wisdom just transfer the ancestor in me?
Your kindness and wisdom are what got you here, so you're not totally wrong.
But how can we help her?
It's natural that you want to help, but grief is a natural part of life, although it's painful and uncomfortable.
And clunky.
What if she doesn't get through it?
Most usually do.
Most?
Yes, most usually get through.
And what about the few? What happens to them?
Let's be here with Audia.
Her wound is fresh, but she'll survive. She's already here.
This is too weird.
She's stuck in memories right now. It'll be hard to disrupt that.
She's in good memories, right?
Both? Mostly good.
You can tell.
Yes. And you will. Eventually.
But if she's in good memories, then why is she sad?
It's not the memory that makes her sad. It's when she comes back to reality that makes her sad.
She's a grown-ass woman. I don't think she means to put anyone in a bad place.
Definitely not.
No, she doesn't. But I'll tell her. We have mouths to feed. It's not that simple, Cash.
No? Well, I'll go and talk to her then. I'll go and find out what her plans are. Farm or city life? Where is she?
She's out with the chickens.
How do you know that?
Because she helped me feed the chickens this afternoon.
She walked.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. I'm burnt out. Been burned. I love this life and many things in it, but I'm burnt out. The body has always been at the forefront of my work, but I haven't always been good to mine. I've deprived it of healthy things, necessary things like love, food, exercise, like touch. In my practice, I work on bodies. I give care. I help others become stronger. I help them sink mind to breath to body. I help bodies align. It's funny though sometimes. I have to remind me to do what I preach to my clients. Sometimes I have to steal time for myself. Not really steal, but it feels like stealing. And I feel guilty taking time for me when I could be out there working and making money for my daughter. But the truth is, I've been going through the motions for a while now. I didn't know it would take me a few years to recover from all my shit. But I think I'm ready now to start stepping back and focusing on what I need, what I truly need, and not just surviving. I think. But I'm burnt out, and the embers can be so beautiful that sometimes I forget how tired I am of staying strong, and how damn tired I am of hustling.
Hey, Mom. Did you hear that Henry let Audia pet him? Grumpy Henry? Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah, he just came right up to her and started eating right out of her hands. And then he just sat on her feet.
He only does that with John.
Well, now he does it with Audia too, and she pet him.
Stay away from her, okay?
Why? Why?
She also misses John. What's wrong with that, Mom?
Sometimes it's normal to miss somebody so much that you alter your life to honor that they altered your life. So, she may not be in the same state of mind that you're in, but there is nothing wrong with the state of mind that she's in, okay? It is perfectly normal. Now just go to the corner and do your breathing exercises.
Audia? Look, I'm sorry about your dad, but we're running a farm here, and we've got families too, and you being here is stalling a lot of things.
I know.
Yeah, and we really need to finalize John's stuff.
You can look at any and all of his stuff.
Yes, thank you for that. But what I really mean is, are you gonna take over John's share or what?
Right.
We have routines to get back to. Some of us fall apart without our routines. Some of us have left systems that drain us, and now we need this farm to live and thrive.
I'm trying to raise a daughter on my own, okay?
I understand.
Do you? Because it doesn't seem like you do. You act all high and mighty and treat us like a bunch of crunchy granola progressives. You don't understand. You don't see how we're all shuffling about to accommodate all your needs, when some of us are barely scraping to get by. You don't understand. You think you're the only one going through pain. You think you can just come in here to clean shit up and then be off on your merry fucking way? Well, you know what? I understand people like you because I was you. I went to Cornell and I lived in ignorant bliss up on the hills. I was an outsider too.
Then how did you adapt?
I've worked all my life, it seems. When I was at Cornell, I got pregnant. My parents didn't support me keeping Aleena, so I had to drop out and start working at a restaurant overtime to make ends meet. My mother used to always tell me, God will never give you something you can't handle. So I learned how to push through the pain and continue pushing through the pain. A few months after I had Aleena, that's when I learned I developed arthritis at age 21 from overworking. Treatment can be really expensive, especially without health insurance. So I invested my money into alternative medicine instead. It definitely felt better, but it was really costly. So I racked up bills, but I took time for myself. Something I'm still learning to not feel guilty about. My mother, my mother's mother, and I'm sure my mother's mother's mother were all caregivers. We all received the same message, which was to endure the pain of others and care for them. That's the best way to take care of yourself. But I've learned that in order to take care of others, I have to put myself first and learn what my body needs, even if I feel selfish, even if I can hear my mother's voice in my head telling me to put others first. I don't even realize it's happening. That's the fucked up part. But when I do, I catch it and I throw it out the window. You know that feeling when you can't name what you need, but your body knows what's best for you? I'm still learning how to honor that voice. Recently, I just had to say no, tell people I'm unavailable or that I'm busy. It's hard at first, but it does get easier.
Wow, Kasha, I had no idea.
No, you thought you're the only one going through stuff.
Okay, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for putting you all through this.
Look, I know it's hard. We all grieved John. Hell, I still am. But we've got each other, and that helps. You need to find people to help you. We're a family here. John was our family. That being said, we need to know what you're going to do with John's share. I need to know in order to survive.
Hey,
I'm okay.
she can hear me?
No, she can't.
Can you hear me?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh, she is not talking to you.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Audia, you're okay. I am not okay.
See?
When is this going to get any easier? Dad, please, I need your help. I'm so tired and I feel like an empty shell. This is so stupid. Can I help you?
Yeah, I need to check on something. Sorry for interrupting.
Here?
Yeah, we're having a bit of a crisis. It's a non-crisis crisis.
Okay, well then, by all means, do what you need.
I think it's over here.
Can you be careful with that?
You know, Audia, John meant a lot to all of us. He's my best friend. And, yeah, so, it's not. But some of the folks were still wondering if you have any idea.
Billie, he was my dad, and I never even got to say goodbye.
It's never too late to say goodbye. And even when they're not here, they're still with us. And our loved ones, they are always surrounding us. And when they're gone, they transition into stars watching over us. That's what my godmother used to tell me. So if there's anybody that you want to talk to that's not here anymore, just do it. Okay, I'll let you be.
Sky is falling, there's a new sky. In this turning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to open my eyes.
Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is churning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to open my eyes. Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is churning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to open my eyes. Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is churning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to open my eyes.
Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is churning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to my eyes. Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is churning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to open my eyes.
I found them.
Oh my gosh!
So we can all calm down now, okay?
Where were they?
In John's room, of course.
I knew it! I knew he was fast!
He always has our backs.
Is she gone?
No, I just told her I needed to find something.
She let you in?
Yeah, she let me in, and I don't know if she's doing any better, but it looks like it.
Does it look like she packed up John's stuff yet?
No.
Ugh, I've had it with her.
At least we found the seeds. This is good. Really good.
It's good, really good, but she needs to decide soon. I have a friend who can take over John's share and help with the wax. I'd like to bring them in.
No, Mom, you can't just go and do that to
and I was all tied up because Audia was still processing. We either tell her to leave or tell her to leave fast.
I don't think that's what John would have wanted us to do. How do you think he would feel if he knew how we were treating her?
Don't think Joe would like it very much.
John doesn't like it.
Audia's under direct orders from John's attorney to be here. And that's because we're his family and he's ours.
She's had plenty of time.
People process on their own time.
It's tougher than you think.
I know it's tough.
I don't know if you do. It's tough, but you gotta keep going. So what's keeping her?
Maybe we have not been very welcoming. How can a person arrive someplace if they've never been properly welcomed?
But Lulu has. If anything, we've been accommodating her too much.
If she's John's family, then she's mine too.
Same.
Me too.
Well, she's here now, and we should do everything we can to take care of her. All of us. Anything we can afford. That's the whole foundation of our farm. We look after each other. We care for each other. We give each other what we need to grow and nourish and be nurtured. I say we give Audia all the time she needs because that's what John would have wanted. And we love John. What have you done?
I took Audia to the chicken coop and I showed her to feed.
Thank you, Aleena.
Yeah, no problem.
It wouldn't hurt anybody to give her a little bit more time.
Even if it puts us back, it won't put us back.
It's all perspective.
It will definitely put us back. And I'm just gonna call my friend to visit because I can't wait. I need to know that we'll have economic stability.
I miss John.
I do too.
Well, he isn't here, is he? He's not here like he promised he'd be to see you graduate. He's not here to see me launch our senior summer yoga program. He's not here to tell us to put our chins up. He's not here to say, you can do anything. He's not here. He's not here. He's not here. And we all just need to buck up and move on. Nobody ever gave me a day of rest except for John. And now he's gone. And we all just keep getting older. And one day you'll be gone, and so will you. And we will need to keep filling the spaces so we can keep going. John said he'd never go anywhere. And where is he now, huh? Where are you now, John?
Gosh. I'm so sorry.
Everyone keeps leaving us.
Mom, are you okay?
I'm just having a moment.
You miss him that much?
I try not to, but yes, I do.
Maybe we should go camping.
Maybe we should.
We can have a picnic and carve our names into the tree. Mom, I think you should go talk to her.
I already did, honey.
I mean, listen and talk to her. Listen to her. Because then you won't have to force her to leave.
I'm not forcing her to leave. It's not about. You'll understand one day when you get older.
Not old enough. You're the one who keeps forgetting why we're here. You tell me that this is the best life that you could give me, and you don't want me to grow up the way that you did.
No, I don't want you to grow up like I did.
You're so caught up in staying alive that you're forgetting we're alive. That we've been alive. And these people are a part of us being alive.
I didn't know you felt this way.
I'm sorry, but it's true. I feel like you're so caught up in giving me such a wholesome, good life away from capitalism that you're willing to mistreat other people just to maintain that. And a wholesome, good life isn't worth it if the way that you're obtaining it is hurting everybody around you. Just think of why we came to this farm in the first place. To be treated with kindness. What you were shown from Billie and Lou and also John. That's why we're here. Their continuous kindness.
Aleena, I was just trying to protect us. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody, especially not you. I'm so sorry. I love you so much. Can I get a hug?
Sure. Do you ever talk to him?
I don't have time.
That's the thing, Mom. You're constantly running.
It's good for my body. It's how I practice.
No, Mama, you don't have time for anything anymore. And you say that it's mindfulness and healing when you haven't been genuinely vulnerable in front of anybody.
I have.
Genuinely? Oh, no, you haven't.
No. I haven't been vulnerable with anybody since John died.
No, you haven't been vulnerable with anybody for years.
I don't know what to say.
Why are you so mean to Audia? Why are you rushing her?
Well, I guess it's because I'm also grieving John. He was like a father to me, and I just keep replaying our last conversation in my head over and over again. I just wish I could say thank you one more time. And I'm trying not to think about it and prove to myself that we can make it on our own without John. And I'm a little scared we won't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think you have to be so afraid, though. Because we're not alone. That's the whole point of this farm, isn't it? To have love and support from everyone around you.
When did you become so wise?
I'm around wise people all the time. And my talks with John help.
Does he answer?
In his own way.
You good?
Good enough.
I honestly didn't know who was going to make it through the pandemic. I was scared. I was scared. I prayed that none of us would meet that same fate, but it was unavoidable.
Who do you pray
A higher power, ancestors, angels, God, Mother Nature, anybody who would listen.
to? And even then, they couldn't protect John.
It was inevitable.
It was inevitable.
But we were doing so good. I thought we were all gonna make it through.
What's that?
Court cases. These are all the people that we lost to COVID.
I thought you weren't bringing cases home anymore.
Do you think he knew he wasn't going to make it?
He knew.
I think he did. He knew.
What's that?
It's okay.
Nice and smooth.
Yes. I'd like to think this helps with my joints. No thanks. Unnecessarily harsh.
Is it all alcohol?
No.
No.
Sometimes I hear the whispers in the wind, back and forth, telling me that I'll be okay, telling me that we'll be all right. And then sometimes, there are times like that half split second when a car drives by and I'm thrown back and the whispers stop. And I start to panic. But as soon as I hear the wind again and the whispers, I'm okay. I'm okay.
What do you hear?
Well, it's a feeling, really. It's a good feeling. It's hard to explain.
I used to hear my baby's voice, but it stopped a few years back.
How long ago?
I don't know. Maybe 8 or 9 years ago?
Oh.
Yeah. Made me sad at first. Like I was over her death or something, and I felt guilty. And I thought, if I stayed miserable, it'll come back. But then I realized staying miserable wouldn't be true to how I felt. I could still miss her with all my heart and soul, and still move on. And here we are, Billie. Since when did we become the elders?
I still feel like I'm 25.
I'm glad I'm not 25. There should be elder training classes.
Every day we lived has been an elder training class. We just call it life.
It should be called elder training class.
Maybe it should.
I wouldn't take it anyway if it was a class. Leave it to the newcomers. I've done my time in this place. I'm ready to put my feet up and keep up a lot more.
I'm right there with you, Mom. I am not far behind you.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Can you imagine what this place will look like in 20 years?
I think it'll be in good hands.
We did good.
We did good.
We did good. But we're getting old, Billie.
Yeah. I know I'm ready to hang up my boots soon.
We gotta make sure the ground is fertile. But plowing it first.
I concur.
I'm ready to reap what I've sown.
Hear, hear.
And Dad, I'm about to have my first real community dinner with your family. And I just need a sign. I need a little bit of help figuring out what it is that I can bring to present, to let them know that I want to be here. Or at least that I'm getting there.
Just something, anything that shows you care, because I know you do.
I want to be able to imagine myself showing up for them, living on this land and making this my life too. It feels so foreign, but I know that with a little bit more time, I could just get used to everything and acclimate if that's what's supposed to happen here.
You can connect to this and you can connect to me.
I mean, it'd be easy enough to just grab some herbs from the garden. But I'm sure they're already being cooked with, so I don't know.
Maybe this?
Maybe this.
Maybe not that.
Maybe not this. I don't know.
Flour? Try it, press it, it's pretty. It's not. It's not.
I wish I could just connect the way that they all do.
She can't see me. Never will.
Dad, please, is there any way you could just send me a sign?
I can't be here, but I can be here. I'm trying to be here.
This is so frustrating. I still don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know when I'm ever going to be able to talk to you again. I don't know if I should even be trying to be here or just trying to figure it out. I'm coming up short.
I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to make you see me. I'm lost. I've lost.
I feel so lost.
She can't see me.
You said you chose this land. We said it chose you. And for now, we choose this family. You chose this woman. That life in you, that way you knew, it's gone. You're different. She's going into a new world, and so are you.
But I still want to help, and I don't know how I can. I'm here, but not here.
I need them to know that I want to be here.
You're a part of it.
And that I want to be a part of this.
And you're gonna keep on growing and changing, just like everyone and everything here. This could be your world.
I think this could be my world.
It'll never be the same, but it can be just as good. Just as rich, just as grounded, just as fertile.
I think I understand. Things will never be the same. This is my new world.
Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is turning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to open my eyes.
Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is churning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to open my eyes.
Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is turning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to open my eyes. Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is turning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to open my eyes. Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is churning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to my eyes. Sky is falling, there's a new sky. Wind is churning, little chicks fly high. The earth is calling to open my eyes.
Wow, this is perfect. Thank you for being here. Thank you for existing.
Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
I just wanted to say, I know I have not been at my best. I'm going through a really hard time. We are all going through a really hard time. And I just wanted to apologize for the way I've treated you all. John was a father to me, but that doesn't excuse my behavior.
We're all grieving. We understand, and we're in it together. We're in this together, okay?
I'm so sorry.
We love you.
I love you too. Has anyone seen Audia? I'd like to tell her we can start over. Start fresh.
just need to apologize for my role and how difficult all of this has been since I've gotten here. My dad loved this place so much, and you all loved him right back. And I just need to say thank you for taking care of him when I couldn't, and for taking care of me when I couldn't.
Oh dear.
We're happy to do it.
That's good news, because if you'll have me, I'd like to stay. I'd like to stay and begin to repay you all for everything and to really put back into this place.
No, there's no repayment necessary. You are family.
Of course we'll have you. It took you long enough.
Well, with that, I brought a gift. I found this bag of seeds out by a little tree, and I just was hoping that you could all teach me how to plant them and that we could do it together.
Welcome to my home. People can camp on the land, bonfire, sleep under the stars, join us in sharing a meal. Most importantly, they can make something of their own to share.
This is something my mother always did, and her mother, and her mother. It's just how we take care of our own, how we keep traditions alive, and how we can make some of our own. Family is important. Blood family, chosen family.
Everyone is welcome.
Everyone is welcome to drop this in the garden, as long as they are willing to share. I mean, what good is food if it's not being shared? Right? What good is abundance if it's not being shared? Now I know abundance is a harder mentality for some, more than others, because our history is just filled with oppressive systems.
New buds will start coming in soon.
I can say that helping people didn't always look like this. I used to think I could just throw money at them and say, there, I'm helping.
We need that too, but because we really need our folks to do the work. John taught us that.
And that's what you all teach me to do. Here.
I wanted to help people achieve their goals. I want to help them become better humans. And the best way I think to do that is to give them time to know themselves, to hear their own voice without all the noise. There's always tears, lots of them.
Until there's joy.